Alright guys, Gamer Vlog Guy back here with another vlog. Today we're going to be previewing the 2020-2021 hockey season, which is going to start January 13th, which is I think it's this Wednesday, if I believe. Yeah, this Wednesday. Wednesday night, opening night. Gonna start with the opening night, and then I'll give you my predictions about the standings of the East and the West. Getting started with the opening night, you got the Penguins at the Flyers. You got Montreal and Toronto. You got Chicago and Tampa Bay. You got Vancouver and Edmonton, and then you got St. Louis at Colorado. Um, yeah. It's going to be very interesting. Tampa Bay's obviously going to be the defending champions going into the season. So they're going to be raising the banner that night, and yeah, that's a tradition opening night. So, um, I mean, looking at what's going to be going on with the season, am I expecting a lot? I mean, not really. I mean, obviously, you're going to have your surprises probably. You're going to have teams that are probably going to be really good this year going into the standings. Especially in the East, the top eight, we got Boston, Toronto, Washington, Flyers, Pittsburgh, Carolina, the Islanders, and Toronto. Um, those were the top eight last year in that order. I don't really think there's really much of a change. I think Boston's still going to be there. The Bruins are going to still be there. Uh, the Tampa Bay Lightning's still going to be there. They're still going to be a good team. Um, Obviously, the Flyers are still going to be good. The Penguins. I think the Penguins are going to be a lot better this year. Um, and then obviously the Capitals. Yeah. Now that's your top five right there. I think there's not going to really be much of a difference. You got now the final three in the East. It's going to be crazy. I'm going to go out on a wing here and say that Carolina's probably not going to make the playoffs this year. Toronto's probably not going to do it, and neither is New York, the Islanders. So I think I'm going to go out on a limb and say the Detroit Red Wings are probably going to get into the playoffs this year. I'm going to put Detroit as a wild card team, the Red Wings. Um, and then also the New Jersey Devils. I think the Devils are going to be able to get in this year. Those are my seventh and eighth picks, and then my sixth pick. I'm going to go with Buffalo. So those are going to be my picks in the East. I'm going to give you my picks in the East in the order I think is going to happen, but I think that the Buffalo Sabres, the Devils, and the Red Wings will get in the playoffs this year. Um, to give you the East right now, I think it's going to be in this order. I think it's going to be Tampa Bay finishing first again and getting the President's Cup. I think they're going to get the most points this year. I think they're going to come back really strong this year. With the point to prove that they're defending champions. They're still the best. The second team I think is going to be the Boston Bruins. The third team I think is going to be the Philadelphia Flyers. The fourth team I think is going to be the Capitals. Um, the fifth team still going to be the Penguins. The sixth team I think still going to be. I think the sixth team is going to be the New Jersey Devils. The seventh team I think is going to be Buffalo, and then the eighth team I think is going to be the round out the wild card is going to be the Detroit Red Wings. Um, going and that's what I think in that order. Um, yeah, like I said, I think that the Red Wings and Buffalo and Jersey. I mean, like I said, you're going to be like, oh well, Game of Vlog guy. That's going to, Detroit and Jersey and Buffalo. I don't know. I just have like a just gut feeling that I may be totally wrong, but I think Buffalo and New Jersey, especially the Devils. Like you gotta understand something. The Devils haven't been relevant since 2000, since the early 2000s, 2000, 2001, 2002, 2003. 95 when they won the cup in 95, the 94-95 team. Going into the Western Conference, wow, a lot. See, the West is very competitive in my opinion in hockey. I think the West is more competitive than the East. Um, I'm going to remind you guys of the standings of the West last year. St. Louis finished first, Colorado finished second, Vegas finished third, Dallas finished fourth, Edmonton finished fifth, Nashville finished sixth, Vancouver finished seventh, and then eighth was the Calgary Flames. Um, as far as the top three are concerned, I think that's going to be competition. St. Louis, Colorado. Well, the first four, I think, because I think Dallas is really going to be there this year. The Dallas Stars, they're going to be really. I think they're going to be a strong team this year. Excuse me. St. Louis, obviously, they're going to be a strong team. Colorado, they really turned our franchise around out there in Denver. Vegas, they're coming. Um, so I think it's going to go like this in the West. I think Dallas is going to finish first. I think the Avalanche are going to finish second. I think the Blues are going to finish third, and I think Vegas is going to finish fourth. As far as 5 through 8 go, I think that you can. I think it's going to be a little different than. I think it's going to be a little different this year, 5 through 8. I'm gonna give you my predictions here in a minute about who is going to finish 5 through 8 in that order. Um, Starting out with number 5, I think the Minnesota Wild are going to finish fifth this year. They're going to be my that's going to be my fifth team. The sixth team I'm saying is going to be Chicago, the Blackhawks. Um, the seventh team I'm going to say are going to be the Phoenix Coyotes or the Arizona Coyotes, or the seventh team. And then the eighth team, even though I'm a huge fan of them, but I still think we're going to be a lot better this year, is going to be my Anaheim Ducks. Going to finish eighth as a wild card team. Um, those are my picks for the top 8 in the West. Excuse me. I was going to put LA over Chicago, but I'm like, Chicago just, I just think Chicago's going to come back more competitive this year. And then obviously Minnesota. And then Arizona, I just think Arizona is going to surprise people this year. I think they're going to be, that team is going to finish 7th, um, like I said. And then obviously the Ducks are going to get in there, I think, as a wild card team. So, yeah, as far as the playoffs are concerned, I'm going to give you my thoughts about the playoffs down the road. As far as I think I told you, I think Tampa Bay is going to probably win the President's Cup this year. They're going to get the most points in the season. Um, yeah. That's really all I have for you. I'm not going to really go through who I want to pick is going to be in the Stanley Cup this year in June. Just going to let it play out, and then later in the season, I want to give you my playoff prediction after everything and see if everything went right. According to this video, who I picked to get in. Um, so yeah, I should have wrote it down, my predictions, but I just kind of just winged it off the top of my head. But I'm pretty sure the teams, as far as the teams I picked to get in the playoffs, they should get back in this year. But as far as the teams I picked to get in, um, the other teams like the Devils, the Buffalo, and Detroit, I don't know. And it's also in the West too. Chicago, Anaheim, and Phoenix, and Minnesota getting in. I don't know. Time will tell. But I want to see how accurate I'm going to be. I even forgot about San Jose. San Jose Sharks are a good team too. The West is just like I said. The West is so competitive. They're so competitive in the West right now. They just are. They're just so darn competitive. Um, in my opinion, I just think it's more better hockey. I think it's just better hockey overall in the Western Conference than it is in the East. The East is just, I looked at the East and it's like Just my opinion. I just think there's just too many teams that are just like you. The East is more easier to pick because they're just, in my opinion, the teams that are just yeah, and then the teams that are just going to just be just powerhouses year after year after year. Tampa Bay, Boston, Washington, Pittsburgh. I mean those teams you can pretty much bet your house on they're going to get in the playoffs. Some of those teams, I think the Penguins are going on like, and I think I may be wrong, but I think they're going on like this year. If they make the playoffs this year, it'd be like an 11 or 12 year, like 11 or 12 years in a row they've made the playoffs. I mean, it's unbelievable, and kudos to the organization, to the front office in Pittsburgh, and the Boston, and Philadelphia, turning that franchise around, the Flyers. I mean, and then obviously Tampa Bay turning that team around down there in Tampa Bay. Well, I mean, at one time Tampa Bay was like the laughing stock of the NHL. Now it's like, oh, now they're coming into the defending champions, their second Stanley Cup, in the franchise history. Washington was another one. I remember Capitals. They were just now they're just, they're right there every year to win the cup now. They should have had, maybe in my opinion, with Alex Ovechkin and those guys, they should have had maybe 2 or 3 cups by now. I'm serious. Even Boston, they should have had maybe another cup by now. I mean, the Bruins. I mean, it's just that competitive in the East. I mean, it's like, you flip a coin. It's that competitive. So, but anyway, I'm gonna get out of here. That's my hockey video predictions. I will be back during the season every now and then to give you updates on the NHL, who I think's going to get in, who I think, who, I mean, not who I think's going, who, how everything's going, updating you guys on the standings and stuff like that, news, injuries, stuff like that. But thanks again for watching. Like, subscribe, comment. Also, stay tuned. I will be having a baseball video coming out in the later weeks, probably in February next month. Stay tuned for my baseball video. I want to be going over the each division in baseball, let you know who's going to make the playoffs, and then yeah, we'll go from there. I'm probably going to do that around March, around spring training. Right now, I wanted to get my hockey video out because hockey's starting in a couple of days, so I wanted to get my hockey season out. About who's going to win, make the playoffs and all that. But like, subscribe, comment, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.